1, 2, 3, tuning into what's hot like a cup of tea. The Burp is live, it's time to feast with BLT icon, bringing you the heat. Static on the dial and the crackle in the air, feeling like a rebel in the days wear and tear. The BLT icons pouring out the noise, tuning into the Burp with the glitch and poise. Let's go.
What's going on, everyone? The Burp is back. We are back. Your 3 favorite work from home couches and scouts coming straight through your speakers, your computer screens, your TVs. However you tune in, we are here, and thank you for doing so. If you're watching on YouTube, sorry that you found out that we aren't better looking.
Oh, we're not.
Speak
We're really
for
not.
yourself, buddy. Come on. I'm a solid 3.
Yeah, with a paper bag on. But this episode is going to have a little different format that I think all of us are pretty pumped for. We are going to do what I am calling the freestyle episode. We're just going to pretend we aren't all in our respective homes and that we're at a bar together, having a casual conversation. So with this, I mean, we're going to talk sports, but other things might come up too, giving you a glimpse of how we are outside of this podcast and what that looks like. So I'm excited for that. But of course, we're going to start this conversation out like normal since we really aren't at a bar together. So we need to know. Yeah. Starting with Luca, what are you drinking? What kind of purple drink do you have this time?
Purple drink. No, vodka and berry lemonade again, you know. Found out I had another whole thing of berry lemonade. Might as well mix it with vodka.
Might as well. T-West, you drinking some Vin Diesel juice trying to kickstart that bromance or what?
I am not. I am still with the Sam Adams American Light. Not that I'm watching my figure. I always watch it get a little bit bigger, but not that I'm watching it get lighter. But that'll do for now.
Yeah.
Right now, Vin Diesel and I were, he hasn't responded, so at a little bit of an impasse.
Well, that's okay because you're both drinking something cooler than me. I'm a little beered out after this past weekend. So for the 3rd episode in a row, I have my awesome seltzer water in a can, stuffed in a koozie. So it looks like I'm drinking a beer, though. I'm just trying to fit the part, boys.
There you
go.
The
bouncer's trying to kick you out for being a pussy at the bar.
Sounds good, and it looks good.
Cheers, regardless. I'm kind of like T-West. I'm kind of working on my abs.
Yeah, mine are in there.
You really
somewhere.
are trying to get in shape for Labor Day weekend, aren't you? You're actually you're taking this seriously, aren't you?
Yeah. And now that the weather's turned, I'm gonna start shooting some hoops.
Wow, let me know when you finally make one. You're like the Angel Reese of this group.
That didn't take long.
So that means I'm gonna get my own rebound, miss again, get my own rebound, add my stats, and then finally make it.
No, you're still gonna miss. I'll grab the rebound.
Oh man, can we just I gotta ask, Angel Reese. Has anybody?
no. Oh, that's not what you're asking. Oh, okay.
That's not what I was asking. No. Has anyone seen the movie Ice Age? And did you guys? I was telling you, did you look up Sid the Sloth? Come on,
man, don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me. Off the court, 10. On the court, 2. For the 2 points that she's probably going to score.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
I do know the sloth. I do know the movie, so I do know what you're talking about, and the resemblance is pretty uncanny.
I just didn't want to be the only one in the world that thought that, so I feel a little bit better that you see it. So,
I mean, Sid's stats are probably a little bit better too.
Yeah, probably.
It's funny, like you talk about that. Like, what is her problem with Caitlin Clark? Is it just because Caitlin Clark's just better? Does she have a problem with Caitlin Clark being the face of the league? I mean, I don't know.
Right. I think a lot of it is the fact that, Caitlin Clark is just another point guard shooter, like the Steph Curry of the WNBA. And she just wants to be up in that upper echelon. And she's not there, and it makes her mad. So.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, that whole speech she did of like, oh yeah, I'm here too, and people are going to remember me. It's like, yeah, but they might be remembering you for the wrong things.
I personally think she spent a little bit too much time off the court on our podcast in the off season. than actually crafting her game. I don't think she really put in the hours. I mean, you see the videos of her at practice, and she's doing her one-on-one shooting with her coaches. And I know if I'm sitting right there and I have somebody passing me the ball like that, I'm not missing that many shots.
Sure.
Like, it's really bad.
She has a podcast.
Yeah. And I've watched a little bit of it, and she is very full of herself. I
Can
mean,
she give us tips?
as far as what?
I
How
don't
to
know.
miss the audience?
I mean, her NIL deals are where it's at. And I think, like, you look at Haley Van Lith and what she's doing, just like using every little ounce of eligibility possible. I mean, that's the most money that she's going to make. And then, yeah, go pro and get drafted and then make your 60, 70K. But when the league's operating at a deficit and you're insulting and going at the one person who's making you money, like, come on, man. You got one person who's filling up all those stands. And you got a league that was developed in a new age where a lot of equality is out there, but it's a predominantly black community that's going and running this league. And to see like a little white girl come in and actually have some like flair and be able to hit some shots, like, I'm offended too, just being a white guy watching that. Like, you're not supposed to be doing that. Like, who are you? So like, we're looking at some like girl on the court, like, you're a freak. Now I want to see you do more, because I didn't know that was possible. But I mean, looking now and day, I'd be a little offended too to see somebody come in and like, you work so hard to get your equality and you actually feel like you're on top of the league. And I'd feel a little threatened too. So Angel's speaking up a little bit.
Isn't that the definition of racism, though? Is when you're offended by someone of the other race that just because of what they're accomplishing? Isn't it like the exact definition of it? Where oh, she's doing good, she's not a certain race. That's not okay.
Yeah, I don't think the knowledge
feels like hypocritical.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's super hypocritical, but I don't think a lot of these young athletes of color, because they're still on the other spectrum, and I know it personally from my friends, like, hey, like it's a lot better than what our parents had to go through, but it's still not the greatest. So, I mean, they're still looking at it from the other side, and there's still more that everybody could do to be better. And you know what? Even our comments don't help going towards Angel Reese, but I mean, neither do her like 15 offensive boards from all of her misses as being credible. So, I mean, it's a back and forth thing as long as we consciously be the best that we can be to help support the athlete. Great.
I don't think we're going after Angel Reese as as a person. I think we're going after Angel Reese as the next up and coming Dennis Rodman. It's like Dennis Rodman of the NBA, right? Like, all you get are rebounds.
Yeah, so if she was the Dennis Rodman of the WNBA, I would love that more than how she's talking.
Yeah, so if she would just, I don't know. I'm not going to tell her how to be a person, not going after her as a person. She may be an absolute delight outside of a WNBA basketball game. But watching that and hearing some of those things, and obviously, right, we're not close or we're not intimate to that situation, but just from a standpoint of like, just like, man, I don't want to hear it.
Right.
Go play ball, like, go get those offensive rebounds and put back your own 3, 4, 5 misses in a row. Then you don't, then we don't have anything to talk about.
Right. And in the like post game conferences, like media is just like the worst. They're like attack, and they're like, oh, remember when you said this last year? Oh, remember when you said that? So that doesn't help at all. And she's just like, hey, look, let's move on. Next question. She knows what she did. She's very self-aware of it. And so now she's like, all right, time to put my head down and grind, because on pace to shoot the worst in WNBA history, currently shooting 22.7 is not good at all. That's impressively bad. You know what? They got a game in 28 minutes against Phoenix here. I showed you guys earlier. Hey, I could sit right next to her on the bench for $900 a ticket. Very, very tempting. Very tempting. If it weren't for this podcast.
You know what you should do? Like that video you sent. You should place a bet in this game that her first shot she takes is a miss.
Ooh, you want me to look it up real quick as we have this conversation? I can let you know what that payout
do
is.
That. Do that. Could that actually be a bet that you place?
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's see what the wagers are looking at.
I'll Venmo you some money right now to get in on that.
Ooh, all right.
So
T West, are we
while
going
you're
to
looking,
trigger your gambling habits?
oh no, I'm good. Um, while you're looking that up, let me just ask a question about Caitlin Clark real quick, because I've seen it before. We spent a lot of time on Angel Reese. Angel Reese, you're welcome. Um,
Still love you, Angel. You're still beautiful.
Call me when you dunk.
um, Caitlin Clark, could she play in the NBA right now?
Ooh,
No.
yeah. If you're looking at like a Kyle Korver type setup, Max Struess, if you're looking for somebody to just sit there in the corner and wait for that ball and shoot it, yeah.
I don't think, or I don't have any doubt in my mind that she can shoot and score more points than other guys out there. I think the only reason I said no is because of the physicality part of it. I mean, you call it what it is. The guys they got more muscle mass, they're taller, they're bigger and stronger. When you level that playing field out, I just feel like she would just get boxed out. I just feel like she would get out rebounded. I feel like the only thing she could do is what Lucas said: just get yourself open in the corner or somewhere on the perimeter and get kicked out and just fire up a quick shot. But I don't think she'll be effective anywhere else. Maybe D down, maybe play some good D, but I just don't think she'll be effective anywhere else. Now, if that was out of the equation, then yeah, she would fucking dominate.
Yeah, if she played a very similar role to a Steph Curry,
Mm-hmm.
I think she could. I think she could hang in the NBA. Now, if you really want to talk about leveling the field, should WNBA players be allowed to try out for the NBA? Right now, they're not even allowed. I think it would be great to see them try, but I do think it would be a very humbling experience for those who think that biology doesn't matter, right? Like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but I think you trust the science, right? Everyone tells us trust the science. Well, science tells us that, like you said, Billy, the male body is just physically bigger, stronger, faster, and different, right? Like
Yeah.
it's a different thing. So I would love to see Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark try to get in the NBA, see what they could do. And but anyway, I was just curious what y'all thought about Caitlin Clark
Well,
getting in the NBA.
yeah, and it's funny you said because I saw a video yesterday of just some streamer or something. I don't know what he was, a YouTuber, a podcaster, whatever he was. He was trying out for the Bulls G League. Just some nobody off the street trying out for the Bulls G League. So to answer your question, why not?
Yeah.
Why not let a WNBA player try out in the NBA? If they're going to let some
absolutely.
fucking, schlub like us just try out for the G League,
Yeah.
why not?
Right.
I'd love to see it happen. I hope that someday it does happen, actually.
Me too.
I hope we start seeing those barriers come down. Was it 80 years ago we started breaking down the color barrier? There's a gender barrier here where why can't we have, people who can play regardless of the sex, so the gender.
Who's better, Angel Reese or Brittany Griner?
Well, Brittany Griner should be in the NBA, if you know what I mean. So
yeah,
I'm gonna go with Brittany Griner. He can dunk, yeah, absolutely.
She would fuck me up
in more ways than one.
That's a man right there. So just sorry.
She was talking shit to Caitlin Clark too, and said something foul about race, said something like trash white girl or something like that too. But which shouldn't happen one way or the other. But you reverse those roles, and there's another fucking riot starting, and now it's like the double standard is kind of what turns me off to some things.
Absolutely, we're not going to get better until everybody can just realize that there's no need for any of it, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, red, green, orange, purple. I don't give two shits. My number one rule is just don't be an asshole.
Yeah.
Right. If you can be a good person, I don't give two shits what you are. Just be a good person. Don't be an asshole. And
I think as a society, if someone wants someone to do, like, if we want society to be better, everybody needs to do better. I don't think there's exceptions to the rules. And that's why I just think we are a long ways away from society being anywhere near what we strive for, sadly. But
Yeah, we peaked for a little bit there, and I think everybody got a little scared and everything. And then they're like, "Hey, let's see how we can divide everybody." I think it's all the government, but that's not a sports related topic. I think it's our government. We
government
won't go there.
media
Yep.
is the biggest cancer to this society because they just poke the bear. All they do is poke the bear.
Yeah.
And that's what you have with sports too. Media is the devil. That's why half this Angel Reese stuff is coming up. Like, if the media didn't keep on jabbing at people and aggravate them and trigger them to say some of these things, then I bet you we wouldn't have half these comments out there. And you know what? It eggs fans on too to go to say inappropriate things to these players while they're on the court.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, LeBron takes it a bit far with, like, you could hear the verbiage of this one guy, like, "LeBron, your kid's not that good. He shouldn't be on the team. He should be in the G League." And then you could hear him like flip out and get the fan kicked out. And he called me the this and that, and he like took it too far. And they're like, "Yeah, he recorded what I said, so I expect compensation for this." So I thought that was pretty cool. There is no Angel Reese bet for missing the first basket on FanDuel. FanDuel, do better. Guarantee you it's on DraftKings or one of those other ones, but I don't have those apps.
Dang. So what you were saying about LeBron? Like, LeBron is such a phony. Like, I've seen those photos of him, like LeBron says like he's like this intellect and does all this reading, but it's so funny. Every time you see him with the book, he's always on like the first 3 pages. Like, the book is barely cracked. I swear he's just posing for it. And then the one video was like, "Oh, LeBron, what are you reading?" Whatever. And then like they said something. He couldn't even explain what the fuck he was reading. It's like, dude, you are such a phony.
He didn't read the Cliff Notes yet. He was fucked.
Yeah. Stuff it in your little Louis Vuitton purse and move along.
Like, don't even pretend to read. Like, just don't. You know, like my wife, my kids, they all love to read, and they're like, "Why don't you read?" I'm like, "I watch my books on TV. Okay, so leave me alone. I don't even pretend to do it. I watch my books on TV. I'm fine." Yeah,
I bought a new book to like get into reading, to like join like our wives, since they all read like so much.
Yeah, they do.
And I'm like, yeah, I can get into this. I can be smart. I got through the first chapter and I was laughing so hard at this book, and I thought it was awesome. And then I didn't pick it back up.
Was it a Playgirl?
No.
It got too sticky.
Yeah, explains why I was laughing at all the small wieners. No, it was a Formula One book, and I was like, "Oh, V, we should like review books together." And then I found out all my wife's books have the same principle behind it, to where it is someone's not respected, and then they find out they have some weird powers, and then they end up being like this superhero or save everybody or the hero of the story, and they have to face all this like stuff, and it's stupid.
In the meantime, they're getting like dangerously fucked, you know, and it's like turning everybody on apparently. So
yeah, by like some type of dragon or something.
Yeah, like it's weird.
Like dragging these nuts. But like LeBron and what he's done for the league, do we think after he leaves the league, he's given it a positive effect for the future, or do we think he's impacting in a negative way? And who is taking over the league once he's gone? Who's going to be the face of the NBA?
That's a good question, man. That's a good question. Okay, I have some thoughts, but man, I think LeBron's going to leave a positive impact. As much as that kind of sucks, he's done a lot for the game. You know, I mean, for better and for worse. I mean, I feel like he invented fucking flopping, but you can't deny the records he broke and all. You know, seriously, at his age, he's over 40 now, and he's still just ripped. He's still like playing at a high level. I mean, when Jordan was 40, I don't think Jordan was playing as well as LeBron was at 40. You know, does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I just feel like he is still a star player on the league, whereas Jordan was kind of, you can just tell like his prime was behind him. So yeah, I think to answer your question, yeah, he'll leave a more positive, lasting legacy than negative. the face of the league, that's hard. There's just so many good young ones that I feel like could. I feel like Ant could, the way he plays. I feel like Jalen Brunson could.
Wow.
SGA. I mean, there's
Yeah.
so many, MVP. There's just so many good players that could take over, but I don't know.
What do you
I'll be
think,
honest.
T-West?
I think we're seeing it right now. Yeah, I agree. LeBron probably has left a good impact on the NBA, but I think we're seeing it right now that the NBA is moving on.
Mhm.
Right? Not just
Mhm.
because they were a first round exit, but because I think of the talent and the caliber of players and teams you have in these NBA playoffs. Nobody's talked about LeBron. I think the NBA is ready to move on. So when LeBron does eventually hang him up, there'll be their ceremony or whatever. Maybe it'll be a farewell season where everyone gives him a gift. I really don't know. I really don't care. But I do think the NBA is already moving on. We're in that transition process. And I think a couple of the names you threw out there, Billy, absolutely agree with, like SGA, Jalen Brunson. But I think one of the names you got to definitely talk about is Tyrese Halliburton. That guy is
Mhm.
just the way he's been tearing up the Eastern Conference and the way he's been playing and the fact that the Pacers are now a contender. You got SGA, Tyrese Halliburton. Maybe that's your Clyde and MJ, your Bird and Magic.
Ooh.
Maybe those are your two guys that you're going to see here for the next decade, and it would be kind of cool to see something like that again because you didn't have LeBron and someone else, right? Like was it LeBron and Kobe? It wasn't ever LeBron and Kobe, I don't know, but yeah, I think we're already seeing that transition away from LeBron into a different NBA.
Yeah, you can for
Yeah.
sure see the next generation really start to just take over the
Mhm.
limelight.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I have to agree. LeBron definitely did leave a positive impact, especially when like guys like us are sitting there like, well, we expect them to do more in like the dunk contest. We want them to have the next evolution because like what LeBron can do physically is out of this world. The fact that
oh
like
yeah,
he's still jumping and putting that ball well over 11 feet and coming
Mhm.
down and that hard on the rim, especially at his age, like he shows what it means to take care of your body and the
Mhm.
longevity of just staying in your zone. And he's done a lot of positive things that way. If his schools could actually pass exams and be
here we
above the
go.
bar for the Ohio State legislation for education, that would be amazing too. But they are not. So off the court, I don't think LeBron is quite where he needs to be. But then again, what did Michael do off the court? I can't name anything that Michael did off the court other than gamble. I mean, I think I still owe the guy $20. So, um, yeah. But then, yeah, as far as the future of the league goes, I think you guys are right. SGA, love to see Halliburton. That'd be really cool. I think the league is gonna go in a global way. I think we're going to have global stars. I think it's going to be like Luca and Shane, Jokic. It's going to be a bunch of uh, the world versus the United States, and that's what I think the All Star game is going to kind of go towards,
Mhm.
as far as like USA step it up. Like that's what's going to get all these kids at all these AAU camps and all these kids that are wanting to go straight from high school to NBA. No, now you want to slow down, make your money in the NIL, then go to the league. And I think we might get better production out of some of these guys.
Yeah.
And they might be more well rounded. Like even the 1 year that Jason Tatum got with Duke, way more well rounded than
Mhm.
those couple of guys that came out of high school.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Can we still say Giannis is the face of the league too? I mean, I know he's in his 30s now and stuff, but I still feel like we have prime Giannis. So I feel like we can't forget to say his
oh
name too.
he was top 3 MVP. He's definitely still
Yeah.
face
And
this. Yeah,
Halliburton, God, I agree with what you're saying, but I just can't stand that guy. He's just so cocky. I
yeah,
watched a game the other night or saw a highlight or something like he like mimicked the Reggie Miller choke thing. It's like,
yeah.
dude,
Mhm.
fucking grow up. Like quit being Jason Tatum does that same thing, as we know. He's just like,
Yep.
like, dude, get your own identity.
Be original.
Be original, exactly. And I've never liked Tyrese Halliburton. Cool that he's from Oshkosh, whatever. His dad's a punk bitch. He's a punk bitch. It's just, I can't stand players like that. So, yes, you two are right by saying he's probably going to be one of the new faces of the league, but that pains me because it's just like, someone that should be a little more humble. I like to see. That's why I like SGA. I just, Jalen Brunson too. Even though I've seen some like highlights of Jalen Brunson, just the way he flops. Like I saw one video, he was driving the lane, he grabbed someone's arm and took the guy's arm and hit himself in the face with it, then flopped. So that kind of shit pisses me off. But just like even in his post game interviews, he's just very down to earth, calm, and collected.
Yeah.
So Halliburton's a bitch.
But I do think it's kind of funny. Like I want to like the nicknames I want to come up with like for Halliburton and like Tatum. I was sitting there like, man, we might as well call Tatum like Netflix because all they do is like redo every single movie or call him like recycled because that's all he does is recycle material from before or call him sequel or something like that. Because all it is just like the same stuff over and over and over. It's not original at all. It's kind of like the movies now. They're all recycled. Like I swear, if you look at like this summer, it's just nothing but sequels or recycled stuff.
Yeah.
Like there's another Naked Gun coming out, but it's redone based off of all the original guys. I'm like, you just took an amazing movie and because you couldn't come up with anything, now we get another one. And the one kid in there is supposed to be OJ's kid, and that's the only funny part of the whole entire thing where he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah, I am excited for Happy Gilmore 2 coming out though.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
That's a sequel, so that's coming out. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's got most of the original cast too.
Mm-hmm. But the cameos are what's going to make it cheesy because there's so many cameos in it this time. Yeah. It's going to be very watered down. Like Travis Kelce has like a bit in it.
Ugh,
yeah, I saw that.
No thanks.
So I mean, it's going to be great. I know the storyline is going to be great, but the amount of cameos that they have, like just because Adam Sandler knows everybody in the sports realm, like, hey, let's just cameo it up, give everybody like a little tiny role. Mm-hmm. That I think that's what ruins it for me a little bit.
Okay.
So like the Formula One movie coming out. You have just Brad Pitt. Everybody else in it, I don't know, other than the actual Formula One drivers are in it, and that's it. But they're actually, because the cameras are following them at the track, that's the only reason why the guys are in it. And it's just them being them.
Okay.
So that's going to be a little bit better of a movie, but yeah, not like Happy Gilmore 2 with all the cameos.
I actually wouldn't mind. I would probably see that Formula One movie with Brad Pitt. I like it.
So it's crazy about that too, is the amount of the cars that they did, they CGI'd it to where it is this fake car or whatever, but they're using footage from actual cars in the middle of the race, and they just CGI'd like Brad Pitt's car and with his head like bobbing back and forth and everything like that. Like that's pretty dope. I think it's really cool how they shot it. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm gonna go see that one.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hey, so going back to Adam Sandler, do you think he could play in the NBA? What if he wasn't like 50?
Back in the day,
that dude can ball.
He can ball, but I tell you what, if the professor from And One couldn't make it in the NBA, I don't think Adam Sandler could have.
Yeah. All right. Good point. Good point.
That's my personal thought because he can ball absolutely.
Yeah.
But would have been
cool.
I would love to see it.
I would love to see it.
Maybe like in an NBA preseason game, if they could have had him go, remember how Will Ferrell a few years back played for like 7 different teams in
spring training.
Yeah, like that was pretty awesome. Adam Sandler go throw on a preseason, play for the Celtics or something. I don't care, go find something. But yeah, that would have been cool to see.
Yeah, I turned on a game. I look over, I'm like, why is Will Ferrell on the Cubs? Like, what the heck is going on that he's on the Cubs? I'm like, is this like a gimmick or something or a movie or something? Like, no, he just signed a 1-day contract with all these teams.
Yeah. Yep. It was awesome. And they put him out in the field too, and he played a little bit, and
That's funny.
Yeah.
it was
How
awesome.
great
to
would
see.
that be? Just
What
to have
position did he play?
All of them. I think he was all over the place.
Really?
Yeah, he was
That's
the hot
cool.
corner for one of the teams. He was out. Yeah, I think he played everything.
Nice.
But
What do we have to do in our life so that we get invited to just a day contract to play on like the Brewers in spring training? What do we got to do? There's
Make
got to be
this
something.
podcast go viral or something.
yeah,
I don't know.
this would be about it. Yeah, get this viral. They would probably only invite us to like a BP if we ever got so big, or maybe to like a throw out a first pitch or something.
That'd be cool.
I
too.
feel like they'd purposely hit me with the ball. Like they'd be like, you know what? I'm like at batting practice too. They just pitch me inside and just like hit me.
We should probably just try to get you. Was it Tim Dillard? Is the guy that you look like?
Yeah.
Just try to get in media pass wise, and just see like look like Tim Dillard one day. Put a nice suit on, and we'll make a thing that says Tim Dillard. Brewers 620 or whatever, and a lanyard, and just see if you can get in. See what can be like. Oh yeah, I'm Tim
That'd be
Dillard.
cool.
So funny story. Remember when I posted that photo over by Euchre from spring training?
Mhm.
So I was wearing this exact shirt. So this is the same as what the spring training trainers are wearing. And it has the hood on the back and everything, just like this one. I walked up and they're like, you don't have your pass today? I'm like, I don't work here. And they're like, oh, not coach? I was like, no. It's like, oh, okay.
Should've
I
said
was,
yes.
well, I know I couldn't BS it because they had the pass at the door that you had to like go and like scan it to go into the building. I'm like, oh, forgot your pass. I'm like, I don't have one. You couldn't let me in the building anyways. I'm not trying to get like banned for life from spring training. Like,
Yeah.
my balls aren't that big to try that stuff. Sorry.
I would
Funny,
go
though.
in and be like, I'm John Jaha.
John
I forgot my
Jaha,
pass.
right? John Jaha. Oh yeah, you're on the non-roster invitee list. Yeah, come on in, man.
Yeah, you're only 59 years old, and your best days were
Right.
in the 90s. Which is
Right.
true for me. Yeah, no.
I'll tell him I'm Ricky Weeks.
Yeah.
I could pass for that, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be Gary Sheffield on the Brewers. How about that?
Oh my god, I forgot about Gary Sheffield and the Brewers.
Yeah, man, he was like with everybody though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He's kind of a
man.
slut at the end.
Yeah.
Just wait. So speaking of the evolution of sports, and how like we're finding out how real fucking old we are. Let's just throw it out there.
Yeah.
We're really getting old.
Yeah, we are.
Now that we're seeing all these guys that we grew up with, their kids are going into league. Prince Fielder's kid is now a Milwaukee Brewer.
Yeah.
Really?
You look.
Yep.
Yeah. Andrew
Shit.
Jones' kid, he's a
Mhm.
Diamondback. Gary Sheffield's kid is coming up. Ken Caminetti, I guess, is kid, Cam. He's one of the teams. Like, there's a bunch of like second generation guys who are ballers that are coming on up, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be exciting to see.
Yeah, I mean that's like hitting everywhere too. All the there's a lot of football players where their kids are in the league. Like Randy Moss, his second kid is now a spring invitee. Deion Sanders' kids are in the league. It's just all these guys that we watched, play, their kids are now playing in the league. Yeah, like remember watching Cecil Fielder. So his grandson is with the Brewers. Like that's fucking weird.
Yeah,
So I got something stupid to admit. Porter Jr., who's on the Steelers, well, obviously Dad played for the Steelers as well.
Yep.
And I was like, Porter Jr., Porter's still in the league? Like, that guy played like forever ago. How is he still in the league? He was like, Porter Jr., it's Porter's kid. I was like, I'm stupid. I'm just going to shut up now. I didn't realize it. I'm like, it feels like just yesterday he was playing and now his kid's in the league. I'm like, where did time go? Man.
Legit. Like, this is 15 years since the Packers won the Super Bowl.
Oh, why do you got to remind me?
Right? Now think about that, because it took 30 years from 67 to 96, 97. Right? We're halfway into that span. in between
Mhm.
Super Bowls. It's like, do we got to wait another 15 years?
With Jordan Love at quarterback, yeah.
Oh, get out of here! Get out of here! And you know
Hey.
what? Just for that, in the guys league, I think Jordan Love's gonna be my keeper. You know what? Just a go at everybody. I'm not
Your-
saying he really
Your
is.
funeral.
Yep. Well, every day's my funeral in fantasy football. I've just gotten lucky and not taken last place yet.
Oh God, I made it to fucking what? 2 different championships
Mhm.
last year. Lost them both. The year before, I made it to I think 2. Lost 1 for sure the previous year.
It was
Lost.
just like
Fuck.
this for you from both ends as you're going. Just both ends.
Everywhere I turned, I was just getting slapped in the face.
Yeah, you were.
One
with
of the
not hands.
beatings was girthy. The other one was like, you just didn't finish.
Mhm.
You just didn't finish. And that one was painful too.
That
Yeah.
was. That was.
I mean, to a Lions fan, how does that feel? Ugh.
Not,
Well, I
not-
lost to him
not
too, so
good.
I can't say nothing.
I don't mind losing to a Lions fan though. It's the Vikings fans I don't want to lose to.
Yeah.
They're bigger bitches. Lions fans are getting cocky though. I'll say that.
Yeah, they
And
are.
they
Yeah.
got nothing to be cocky about. Maybe with the exception of Bruce. Bruce is cool, but other Lions fans I just feel are like cocky. And Bears fans are delusional. Vikings fans are hopeful. They all just suck. Dude. I don't know.
You got to give Rodgers
Yeah.
props. Where Rodgers is still a Green Bay Packer. Let's throw that out there. He
Oh, yeah.
just had that sit down the other
Yeah.
I
day.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that who was
Please,
the guy who's sitting down with? Who was that?
I have no
I don't
idea,
know.
but I mean, he sounded like he was still on Green Bay.
He was using
yeah,
the
he
word
was-
"we."
Yeah.
We know how like Packers fans like, dude. That dude.
Yeah.
You must be a Bears fan. Like, it's
Right?
our year. Oh,
Yeah.
man. The way he did the impression and everything was so perfect. I'm like, I miss you, Rodgers. I really do.
Yeah.
I miss
I lo-
Rodgers a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the part where he was like, yeah, every time the coaches and the Bears are like, oh, what is the one thing we got to do? And we got to beat the Packers. He
Mhm.
just waits for a second. He's like, man, the Packers don't give a shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
like, that's just the ultimate burn there because you know what? We don't.
Right,
Yeah, we want to beat the Bears, but it's not our Super Bowl.
right.
We've had, 5 of those. So
Mhm.
we've won 4 of them. You've gone to
At
2.
least Bears at least got one. That's more than the rest of the division.
Yeah.
True.
So when
I mean-
I think it's annoying when Lions and Vikings talk trash. It's like, what do you have to show other than what are the Vikings like 0-3 in the Super Bowl? 0-4,
in
yeah.
the Super Bowl.
And then the Lions are,
Never gone.
oh man, that's embarrassing.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine that, Bruce. Did you see the article? I don't know how much legitimacy there was to it, but Roger said that if the Packers offered him a 1-day contract to sign,
Yes.
retire, that he would
Mhm.
probably do it.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
right,
he
dude,
hands down
just
would,
do it.
but that's if he's not going over to the Steelers.
Yeah,
I hope he goes. I hope he plays with the Steelers this year
I
and
do
maybe
too.
2 years.
I would love to see
I'm
him
not-
with the Steelers.
Ready for an NFL without Aaron Rodgers yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, same
You
here.
know, as much as he's got that attitude that really rubs people the wrong way, and all his weird psychedelic stuff, it's just the guy could play football. He could play
Mhm.
quarterback like nobody we've ever seen,
Mhm.
and I don't think and tell me this, is he still not a top 15 quarterback? Can you tell me there's 32 quarterbacks that are better than him? I don't think so.
no. And he
You
doesn't
know?
want to play for the Saints. He's like, sorry, I don't want to live in Louisiana.
Yeah, right.
No.
I don't think anybody wants to live in Louisiana unless you're from
Yeah.
Louisiana and
I
you're
don't know.
like, well, I can only say these 5 words with 3 of the syllables. So I mean, whatever. At least I hear everybody in Louisiana is super nice.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I've been to New Orleans. I thought it was great. Dirty as fuck though, and it smelled.
Yeah.
But the food, great. People, of course, you have your hustlers that try to pickpocket you or try to play those mind games with you to try to trick you into having to give them $20. So of course you have that kind of bullshit especially when you're walking down Bourbon Street when But it was a great experience. Not in a rush to go back, but it was cool.
I don't think I'll ever go visit.
I want some gumbo. And some
Ooh,
jambalaya.
Mhm.
I want that New Orleans food.
That was the good part of it. I mean, the food, the crab claws and the sauce and like the beignets and all that shit it was good.
I hear the food is outstanding.
Mhm.
Yeah, they know how to eat down there.
I mean, if the
I know how to
Packers
eat
make a
up here,
Super
just
Bowl,
not as well.
well, I think that's why it smells. I think with all of our used up cheese that goes
Oh.
moldy, we throw it in the Mississippi and it all just flows down there. And then you got whatever Minnesota does. I don't know, like
Tapioca.
incest. Yeah, whatever.
Bunch of tapioca.
Yeah.
The garbage men come every day in New Orleans. Every day there's a garbage truck going down Bourbon Street emptying the bins and the garbage
Mhm.
because every night it was just overflowing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was gross. I was there one time, just some dude just started taking a piss in the middle of the street. I mean, they just
We did see
had
that
their
in
own rules.
Arizona too. So
That's true. Yeah, that is true.
I mean, Arizona is it's its own beast all by
Yeah.
itself. Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
dude was so out of it. All you saw was like big bush hanging out too.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I told you
What
I
is he
had
doing?
one too many to drink that night. I mean, I really had to go. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently
as far
you're-
as a bush, it's impressive in other countries. So leave me alone.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm a Greek god in other generations too. Just saying. So
Right? Should have a statue made of you. I can't wait to see what the lower half looks like.
where is it?
He might be
Oh, you guys said he was a guy.
Oh, there it is. Nope, that's a pimple.
It's just like all bush on the statue down there. It's just like massive bush. All right.
Yeah,
Just got a picture of your face, so that's kind of what it looks like. Just
Just this part. Just this.
just the beard part.
Yeah. Well, shoot. We kind of went from WNBA with Angel Reese to NBA to somehow getting into Louisiana and the Bayou. And we didn't talk about Bobby Boucher.
Oh,
The greatest part about Louisiana and eating gator.
yeah.
Where are we at?
LSU hot
I am
dogs.
shocked that you did not have any comments about it.
South Central Louisiana State University, right there.
Yeah. Go Mud
Man.
Dogs.
Go Mud Dogs, dude. I would love to get a Mud Dogs like helmet. I have the Bobby Boucher jersey, but I need to get a helmet yet.
If you could get it autographed by him, saying like have it
Oh.
say Bobby Boucher on there, that would be pretty cool.
I wanted to say Mama said, you know, Mama said, you know, and if I could get Vicky Valancourt too, ooh, Vicky Valancourt back in the
Is
day.
she still alive?
Yeah, I think so. She's absolutely
Do you still have her poster up on your ceiling and everything?
in the bathroom now. I do.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
Yeah.
too sure
It's got
if
a
you're
coat of
allowed to have
sticky
that
on
in
it.
the bedroom.
I had to put plexiglass over it just so I could, because it was getting pretty beat up.
Yeah, you had to clean
You
it up.
you install a windshield wiper on it too with a motor. Just like,
Actually, I did. I got one
Put
off
Rain-X
Temu.
on it. Put Rain-X, it just all slides off.
oh,
Oh man, that was bad. That was bad.
that might be the best Adam Sandler movie, honestly. The Water
Oh,
Boy.
it is so good.
There's so many good ones, but that's definitely probably top 3 Sandler movies.
I mean, yeah, you had the Fonz in there, and like I said, Vicky Valancourt, and then Bobby Boucher's mom. I forget her name.
Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates. Thank you. You know, but that cast was just, and my kids love the movie too, and they especially love the part where the Fonz. What's his name? Help me out with his name.
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler
Damn.
is
all
like
right.
getting mad, and he throws a baseball out the window, and it hits Colonel Sanders in the side of the head, and he goes, "Rrr," you know, and he falls over. Like that's for some reason like our family's favorite part. I don't know why it is, but we just put it on replay. Rrr, you know, just yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know, but it's such a good movie. Adam Sandler, thank you for that. I would love to just pick your brain on that one time. That's such a great movie.
Now, how would we feel if there was a sequel to that movie?
No,
No?
As
No.
much as I
we
want to
didn't think
say,
so with Happy Gilmore, but
you know, it's hard. As much as I would like to say yes, see what are they doing now? Maybe Bobby Boucher is coaching the team, or maybe him and Vicky Valancourt popped out a bunch of kids. There's just some things that you just can't you just can't recreate a masterpiece. You didn't
Yeah.
see another Mona Lisa attempt or something like that. Like
Yeah.
it's just too good.
No, I think that one is one of those. Like to your point, yes, Luca, Happy Gilmore. It's getting a second one, but his character was also different in that he's like a legit, not on the spectrum character, right?
Hmm.
And it's hard to create a sequel with that type of a storyline, especially in today's world, right? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's hard at this point. So that one I feel is one that's just kind of best. Leave that one alone.
Yeah, the amount of jokes that you could get away with back then versus now, yeah. I can
No.
see that. I can
So-
It
see
needs to stay in 1998.
Yes,
Was that how
absolutely.
long ago it was? There's no way.
yeah, it's
Mm.
almost
Was-
30 years.
Yeah,
No,
because
Waterboy was 98.
yeah, because Billy Madison was 95, Happy Gilmore's 96. The
Holy
Wedding Singer was 98.
Oh, that was 98.
Yeah, Big Daddy was 99,
Yeah,
I think. I mean, he ran a train on the mid to late 90s.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're all good classics.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think the 90s probably had some of the best movies. Yeah, The Princess Bride. Do you guys remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that was such a good
Wait,
movie.
with Anne
Like,
Hathaway?
no, that was Princess Diaries. The Princess Bride was with the guy that played Robin Hood and had Andre the Giant in it. And then it's also had the small guy who was like inconceivable, like stuff like that. Anyway, just one of those 90s movies that is just like ridiculously like stupid funny. And it's just in that string of 90s greatness.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But watch it one, The Princess Bride. That's a good one too.
You know what? I was gifted The Wedding Singer. No, Spanglish. Spanglish. I was gifted Spanglish by my stepmom. I'm like, why is she giving me Spanglish? And everybody's laughing and everything like that. I didn't open the movie. I waited 3 years. And I re-gifted it in a white Santa. And she just so happened to get the movie. And she's like, Spanglish, I love this movie. This is like my favorite movie ever. I was like, I'm an asshole.
Yeah. Yep.
It was at that moment. I knew like
Certified. Mhm.
this is why I'm not on their top 5 kids list. This is why I'm not talked
Mm.
about. Yeah.
Don't
you
they
do
only
things
have 4?
that. There's like, yeah, I don't know how many there are. There's too many.
You're number
I
6.
think I
out of
am
4.
number 5. I think I am number 5 on that
Just
side of
the
the family.
just
There's too many to count. Too many siblings.
yeah. That's okay.
So, the NBA, we think it's in good hands.
Oh, back to the NBA. All right. Yeah,
NBA, we think it's in good hands.
Yep.
We think Louisiana is kind of weird. And we all don't want to go there. I think Adam Sandler in this next movie is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
We think Luke is a piece of shit kid.
I literally am. I think I just came out
Yeah.
on here and like admitted to it. Finally,
Uh,
some stories about us so people can understand how horrible of a person I am and what you guys have to deal with on a daily basis. Wonderful.
We think the 90s were amazing.
we're not ready to see Aaron Rodgers leave the NFL.
Not ready to see
No,
that.
not at all. Do we think TJ Watt is going to be a Green Bay Packer?
Nah.
No, I don't think so. As much as I want it to happen, I don't think Gutekunst pulls that trigger because
I mean, if the guy's
Doesn't-
making up for what he's done wrong and he's trying to please me, like he said he is, he should go and trade for TJ Watt. Give him Van Ness.
I'm glad.
Give him a second round pick.
I'm glad Goody is pleasing you.
In more ways than one, yes.
Jesus. Oh man, you know what? Back to the trading part of that.
Goody and I are not trading anything back and forth.
Swappers, you guys don't swap like that? Okay.
I
Never
wish I can't afford his hose.
I I think you're not going to get TJ Watt for less than a first round pick. There's no way.
Debatable.
If
Because,
you
I
could-
mean, look at the guys who have been getting traded for second, third, fourth, fifth round picks.
I feel like they're
Pickens got
past their
traded.
primes. Well, Pickens isn't that good. So
Pickens can get 1,000 yards at any given moment if he shuts up and stops fighting people.
but what's 1,000 yards in today's NFL?
Okay, well, he's gone for what, 1,100, 1,200 yards previously?
Whatever. See, George Pickens is a whatever to me. So, he's
I
not
mean, he's a whatever to everybody. I mean,
yeah.
Steelers
I
are really good at getting rid of problem childs. They're really good at drafting them.
I just think TJ Watt, you have to, because if you only had to give up a second round pick for TJ Watt, I think it would have happened already.
I mean, throw Lucas Van Ness in the mix too. You got a
They're
guy
not
on a
gonna get
rookie
rid-
contract.
TJ Watt for a shittier TJ Watt.
Why not?
I don't think they want Lucas Van Ness.
I don't think anybody wants a Lucas Van Ness. That's besides the point.
Iowa Hercules there needs to step it up this year. Right? Like he needs to get going.
Yeah, I think he needs to start getting mad at dad and start playing some football. Dad, you've groped my girlfriend one too many times. I'm going to take a stand to you, and I'm going to play football better so that my girlfriend loves me more than you. I think that's what's going to happen. But I don't have high hopes for Lucas Van Ness. I think at the end of his 4-year career with Green Bay, he's just going to go sign somewhere else. And we're not even going to offer, like in Green Bay fashion, we're not even going to call you. We're not going to do anything. And you're going to find out through ESPN that we're not re-signing you. Like, how lame is that?
Yeah.
But
did I tell you I got to see Lucas Van Ness like in person?
Is he shorter than you?
Oh no. No, dude's huge. He's a huge dude. We saw him when we went to Waukesha Sports Cards to get that Sterling Sharp sign, that thing there.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big guy. Real nice guy. Easy to talk to. Was cool with the fans. He actually came out in the line that everyone was waiting for Sterling Sharp and everyone else. I mean, Jordan Love was there too, and he was just signing autographs, talking to people. So he's a good guy. You can tell he's like from Iowa College, but man, he's just got to get going. Like,
yeah,
NFL's going to pass him by if he doesn't figure it out soon.
Right. Like, no hate against the guy. Yeah, like he's a great guy, and it's just like, man, we just keep missing on first round picks, and it's not against the guys. It's just, I think Goody drafts the wrong guy for the wrong team. I bet you Lucas Van Ness in another system is diabolical. In our system for how we play guys, nope. I mean, per our projections and how we use guys, where Sean Gary didn't show up in year 1, he started to show some glimpses in year 2. In year 3, we kind of want to get a restructured deal. We kind of want to get re-upped and everything. Okay, now I'm going to show up. In year 4, yeah, I'll show up. After that, okay, we're going to go back to dying down and putting
payday
back to where they are because we got payday. Yeah, Lucas Van Ness, per Packers projections of what they normally do to get paid, he should be showing up this year. But after taking a step backwards last year, I don't know, man.
Sophomore slumps.
Yeah, well, sophomore slumps equal junior cuts. But we're not cutting a first round pick.
Yeah.
Billy, do you know who Lucas Van Ness is? He was a first round pick from Iowa. He was on the Green Bay He is on the Green Bay Packers.
Could you sense by my silence that I don't know what you're talking about? No, I'm kidding. I don't know who he is. I also don't really care. Sounds like
Tell me
sucked.
more about the Bears, Billy. Tell me more about the Bears.
Well, I know Caleb Williams paints his fingernails.
So do you. There you go. That's why we haven't seen your nails at all.
I paint my toenails, bruh.
Oh, you're painting his nails as he's painting your toenails. Got it.
The old switcheroos. I like it.
I'm gonna paint your mom.
One, I got 2 of them, bro.
Three
Titanic that shit.
Well, you guys, we've been talking for almost an hour
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
So you
Bar
can see how
talk.
these freestyle episodes go rather quick. So
absolutely. This one really fast, and we were all over the place, but you know what? I loved it.
that is what bar talk is all about, though. Just
Mhm.
having a couple of beers, maybe some seltzer
Yeah.
waters, and
You fucking pussy.
I know, just shooting the shit. But
I can't
We-
wait until I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I can't wait
no, you
until
aren't.
you're done drinking all these seltzer waters and you put in all this effort of like maybe you worked out 2-3 times this year and you really thought you put in the work just to get like ramsacked by me on Labor Day, who's been drinking, who gained probably like 40 pounds just like from eating just trash every day, didn't even lift a finger. I probably won't even shoot a basket between now and Labor Day. I'm just gonna just annihilate you. How does that make you feel?
I just worry about your ACL because when I hit you with a crossover
Ooh.
and you fall on your ass, you're gonna blow out your knee, then you're gonna cry like a little bitch, and then your whole weekend's gonna be ruined. And then you have to get wheelchaired to your seat in the airplane when you fly back.
So you're saying you finally learned what a crossover is and you're going to attempt one. I'm very intrigued. Billy's learning new moves that he's never had before in basketball. I'm
Hey.
excited.
I've come a long way.
You notice in the NBA, there's not a single crossover anymore. Nobody crossovers anybody.
It's all,
It's all
step
these weird
back.
step backs. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, step backs and screens. That's all it is.
Could you imagine if somebody came up and crossed somebody up? Like,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
like talk about Achilles just snapping.
Right.
You know who would thrive right now is Jason Williams. Get that man back in the NBA.
Oh yeah, white
Oh.
chocolate.
White chocolate.
Mhm. Silly
Or-
Absolutely.
Or you talking about the other Jason Williams that killed somebody?
No, not that one.
Not,
Not that one. Well, he would also thrive in this NBA.
Oh shoot! Oh, that's gross. That's all over.
Oh, that's
I was not expecting that.
That might be where we sign off.
yeah.
Yeah.
Send it there.
Way
You
to
know,
go, Billy.
I don't have a cool sign off slogan. I don't know. I just
All good.
could say something stupid, like just quote something that says, "Oh, that's how I know you. You were in the parking lot earlier." No, that doesn't work. Sorry, PJ. I don't know what I can say. I mean, all I can say is we're not saying that us three are experts, but we do have microphones.
Yeah. Ooh.
Maybe that's my sign off slogan. I don't know.
We're not experts, but we do have microphones.
Yeah.
You better watch the fuck out.
Yeah.
Somebody let us have this. It's their fault.
Wait, we can talk like freely? Oh boy.
Yeah.
Dun,
Okay.
dun, dun.
Well, I think of like semisonic closing time, for bar
Good one.
songs. It's like gotta go home. But,
Yeah.
no, I like that. We're not experts, but we got microphones. That's good. I like that.
Maybe we add that to a t-shirt.
Ooh, absolutely.
There you go.
I like that a lot.
Experts, but we got microphones. Put it on a shirt.
Bet.
Okay. Let's do it.
Trademark that. Hurry up and get it done before we post this.
Okay. On it.
All right. Well, until we meet again at the same bar, same corner.
Until we see you guys later, tell your folks Midwest goodbye. We'll see them in the next episode.
Oh man, he stole your shit.
Yeah, I know. I butchered it too on purpose. On purpose.
I'm just waiting for that Luca last second. Bah.
Yeah.
Right at the end there.
Bye, Luca.
Bye, Billy.
Bye.
Guy.
Tuning into the Burp. Let's get it. Let's get it. Get it. You did 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 it. Get it. You've been into the Burp.